Yeah, I moved. Actually, I went from in-house sales over to marketing, and I moved up here in Connecticut almost been 2 weeks now.
Okay.
2 weeks on the dot.
Good deal. Good deal, man. You liking it so far?
Yeah, it's different, but I like it.
Okay. Well, good,
some
man.
good people, some of my old friends, you know.
Absolutely.
But yeah, are you still with Vima in North Carolina?
Yeah, so I definitely want to get in touch with you and explain, what's happened and, kind of what we're doing moving forward. So I'll kind of run you through A to Z real quick, man. And, I know from past conversations we've had, I know your mindset, and I know you have a drive to be successful, man. You're good at sales. You're a smart kid, and I know Vima wasn't necessarily the right timing for you when we last spoke, but being the transition and what we're doing now, I definitely wanted to reach out. So I'll kind of start you off from the beginning, man. It was about a week ago. We actually got the news that, unannounced, unwarranted, the FTC came in and shut Vima's doors. So right now, Vima's actually, temporarily closed down. So as a company, they're not functioning. And to touch on that, they shut down for reasons that were not fair whatsoever. It was honestly the classic scenario of good things happen, bad things happen to good people, and it's just an unwarranted thing. It's kind of scary to see how much power some of these independent companies have. But regardless, they closed their doors. Now with social media blasted all over the internet, Vima shut down, pyramid scheme, blah, 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 which we obviously know isn't the real case. It was just warranted on complaints from colleges, whatever. It's ridiculous. But with that being said, it's an unfortunate thing, company I've spent almost 4 years of my life working on, to be shut down like that, the products that people relied on, it really is unfortunate. But, I think everything happens for a reason. I think God always has a plan. I think that some doors get shut to open other doors. And in this situation, that's exactly what's happened, man. And so when we heard the news, obviously that meant my income, a lot of other people's income shut down, and a lot of people weren't going to get product they needed. A lot of people weren't going to be able to work, part-time on their dream, which is what this industry is all about. And, we as leaders decided right off the bat, like, hey, we got to start looking out and seeing what else we could do, seeing an alternative, a plan B in a sense. And very shortly after it happened, we actually got to speak with top income earners and a lot of people, and they let us know, to find another home. Even if Vima came back, it'd be career suicide to try to build it again. Because of marketing and social media, and we all know how the court system works. Who knows how long it could take? It could take 2 weeks. It could take 2 years. So once we kind of heard that, again, very unfortunate, but we figured we could sit around and mope about it, or we could kind of step up and find what would be best for our situation. And so that's exactly what we did, man. It was the first time ever that I really opened my eyes to a lot of other companies. And honestly, it's been the biggest blessing ever. Vima's phenomenal, great product line, great leadership and company. But there are also some things that, could have been improved on. And when we started looking at other companies, and we found the company that we're currently in now, Jeunesse, which I'll explain more about. There are a few big key components that we wanted to make sure that the company had. And one of the biggest things that we struggle with in our personal team is leadership, really from the upward coming down. Me and a couple top leaders were really all the team had for a long time. We didn't really receive a lot of mentorship past us. We felt stuck where we were at, and we really always wanted to grow. We wanted more guidance, and we just felt like we never got that. We didn't have the support we needed to help grow a team larger than what we'd already done. So that was a big importance, number one. Now we finally had the opportunity to literally look at everyone in the industry, figure out what type of leadership, the type of people we wanted to work with the most, and then go work with them, which was absolutely incredible. Number two, we wanted to make sure that the company was more based for everyone to win. In Vima, can everyone be successful? Absolutely. It's just like any other sales job. It's like real estate. It's like everything, man. But unfortunately, there are a couple little things that, could probably have been worked on. The fact that you're building two legs, if one of your legs is bigger than the other, you're fully incentivized to work on your smaller leg or your profit leg. If you weren't the best salesman or speaker, it kind of got to the point where it was a lot of sharing the story more than leading with the product sometimes. So it made it tough for the average person, I think, to get in and to have the tools to excel. And none of this is bashing Vima. I mean, I absolutely love the company, but we had an opportunity to say, look, what was every little tiny small thing we didn't like, and now let's make sure that we change that this time around, which was exciting. And so after a couple days, man, of research and speaking with tons of leaders and different companies, all that, we actually got on the phone with a guy named Alex Morton. And you may have heard of him. You may have seen us. I'm not really sure how much you watch, but Alex was one of the biggest leaders as far as the young market went in Vima. In his short 3-4 year career there, he was a 7-figure income earner. His family had a lot of success, and at 25, was leading tens of thousands of people. And he had actually, he had actually left Vima about 2 months prior and went to Jeunesse. So that was a big up for us. We're like, man, if it's good enough for him, if he took the time to research it, great company. And then also, again, there's a lot of things that he did when he built that we may not have been the biggest fan of when he was younger, but we certainly watched him grow as a leader, and we knew that he was the hardest working guy we'd ever seen. So after a couple of days of talking to some prior leaders, we were kind of stuck with being unsure what we wanted to do next, and so we reached out to Alex. And we got on the phone with him about 1 a.m. in the morning. Again, we were up for like 3 nights, man, trying to figure all this out. And we ended up doing a 4-hour-long uvu call, which was absolutely incredible. Yeah, it was nuts, man. Whereas a lot of people didn't want to give us more than 5-10 minutes of their time. So Alex broke down, he broke down a lot of stuff, man. Why he left Vima, what he saw as being more beneficial where he was at, how much he had grown and changed as an individual, what their vision was, what this company was doing. And it just all made sense, man. It felt really, really good. So we actually flew out, met with him, learned about the company, the products, flew back with him, introduced to our team. We made sure it was a good fit for everyone. We tried our best to make sure that everyone was on board. And, we finally made the decision to go to Jeunesse with Alex. And so, I'm excited, man, to share with you just the reasons why. Obviously it's still a network marketing company, but it's a lot different in the sense that I truly believe it gives people a bigger opportunity to succeed on so many different levels. One of the first biggest things, man, is it's so much more of a product-driven company. There's no hype. It's not about the cars and watches and money, which, don't get me wrong, man, everyone wants to make a ton of money, live that lifestyle, but it's not duplicatable. It's not effective. One of the biggest things I learned looking back is we really did a bad job by shoving Vima down social media's throat. I mean, it's just the truth. Everyone and their mom knew what Vima was because of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, stuff like that. Well, that's simply not the case with this company. Everything's done in private Facebook pages. We celebrate our victories with each other. And it's not just this whole push network marketing onto everyone. It's a lot more of a product-based business. And so there's really 5 big areas, outside of those, which I love. But number one, the people. The leadership in this company is absolutely insane. The husband and wife that started the company have come out of retirement 3 different times, and the last time it was to start Jeunesse, which was 6 years ago. Prior to that, their entire career was spent on building and developing compensation plans for network marketing companies. They also helped build and develop customer service plans for the companies as well. So obviously they knew what they were doing. They took everything they'd learned in the past, created one much better compensation plan and model for Jeunesse. The leadership going down from there, the Alex Morton, his mentors, guys in their 30s, 40s, 50s who are very, very successful, but more importantly have a much better understanding, in my opinion, of how to lead, duplicate, and grow a successful business. They're teaching us very early on it's not about flash and money and all this stuff. It's really about creating a mindset, a culture of helping people grow. I got to talk to a few of the guys for 5 or 10 minutes, and I learned more in those 5 to 10 minutes than I've learned in a very long time. So very excited about the people and the mentorship. We've created somewhat of a dream team. Most of the top income earners that were young in Vima made a transfer over with Alex. You got Josh Noble, Derek Alexander, Luke Kish, Luke Hessler, Alex's sister Maddie, his family. This whole star-studded lineup of guys that, they were financially very successful, but more importantly, some of the best young leaders I've ever seen in my life. are now all in the same exact organization, and we are teamed up directly with them. So the leadership's there, the commitment. We've actually already had Alex fly down and work with us once. He'll be back down on the 17th and 18th in Raleigh, where I live. Then we'll actually be in Myrtle Beach on the 19th to launch all of our businesses. So just a lot more leadership, and the personability stuff, which is great. Next is the platform. They're way more diverse, man. They're in 125 countries. They started in Asia. Asia's doing 45 million a month. 18 different countries doing $1 million a month plus. And the U.S. was kind of one of the last countries to really launch, which is big for us. So there's more diversity and structure where it's not just dependent on one marketplace. Next from that's the product. They have a whole health and wellness line that lines up very well with what Vemma had to offer. And don't get me wrong, Vemma was a phenomenal product. I still think one of the best, if not the best, from a liquid vitamin standpoint. But their product line, healthy energy drink, protein shake, weight loss supplement. They have an anti-aging line called Finity. The number one ingredient in that is something that a woman found and developed. She actually won the Nobel Peace Prize for discovering this molecule or enzyme, whatever you want to call it. And what it does is it helps stop your telomeres, I believe the right word is, from closing off, which is what causes aging. So an incredible line with that, with anti-aging. Then they have their liquid nutrition. They have their AM, PM line. You wake up, you take your nutrients for the day. Then before you go to bed, you do it again. It helps with sleep aid. So a lot of stuff from a health standpoint. Then they also have a skincare line, which I'll be honest, man, I never thought I'd be a part of that. But after looking at it more and talking with a lot of these successful guys, I'm more excited about that than I have been anything else. One of the things the guy said to me, he said, man, you got to stop thinking so small-leveled network marketing. Got to start thinking bigger like a business owner. He said it's crazy the CEO of Burger King is a vegan. The biggest point there is saying it's not about what you want, it's what the marketplace wants. And it's so true. If you look at network marketing, predominantly it's filled with women. They're the best networkers out there, for sure. And not only that, everyone's got skin, everyone's got a face, everyone wants to look good. And if you were to ask a woman, if money was tight, you better believe she's going to buy her makeups, lotions, skincare before anything else. They'd rather starve and be able to have their makeup and everything to look and feel beautiful. And as corny as it sounds, though, that's an important thing, man. People want to look good because when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, that creates confidence. When you're confident, it helps you go out and create results. So Jeunesse' whole line is beauty from the inside out and the outside in. So health and wellness as well as skincare. And the next big point is the payment plan. It's a lot better. It's set up to help more people succeed. There's also a wholesale retail side. So someone like yourself who's a really talented salesman per se in a traditional sense, there's a large room to thrive there. A lot of people put this in stores, kiosks. You can have parties. What happens is there's 2 or 3 different ways to get involved with Jeunesse. You can be a distributor, a customer, or a preferred customer. When you're a distributor, you make a $50 investment, get you a free website, get you a bunch of material to look at, read, a couple of samples. But the biggest thing is think of it as almost like a membership, right? Like a Sam's or Costco membership that allows you to get Jeunesse products at wholesale value rather than retail value for the rest of your life. So when you make that initial investment, you're now a distributor. Then you have customers who don't get like spots on your team where they can go to your website and they can order product at retail price and you make the difference from wholesale to retail. Then you have preferred customers who are kind of people on the fence. They can get a couple products at wholesale price. They can get a spot, a website, check it out. And if they decide to shift over, they can. But the importance of this and why it's so exciting is because now it gives people the opportunity that are better at traditional sales or better at going salon to salon or having parties, a couple different outlets. They can have these parties, try the products. If people want to order them, great. They can make money from the wholesale retail price. And it's a big encouragement to help people get involved. Before people are like, I don't want to join your thing or I don't want to do this or that. You can just simply share the math with them. Like, hey, look, you spend $50 once. It's just like you go to Sam's and spend $99 a year to get discounts. It's the same with this. And you get your website. You can log in and out whenever you want, and you get your product for much cheaper. So that was really, really big. I never worked with that type of outlet in this industry before, and I'm so excited about that. And another thing is the cost, man. To initially getting started, like their cheapest starter pack, you're talking about $200. You know, your monthly investment, if you want to do this as a full-time business, is $80 to $90 a month. Vimo was getting to the point where it was about $180 to $190. So it's a significantly cheaper investment. And then again, the compensation plan is crazy. You know, it's set up to where you physically can't rank advance to a certain level without helping a certain amount of people in your business increase their income, which was very, very important to me. So that was big as well, man. So the people, the product, the platform, the pay, and lastly, the passion are what we're so fired up on, man. I've never seen a company like this. You know, again, Vimo was great, but I've never been more fired up for what they're doing, how it's working. You know, you look at these trips. You know, Vimo used to do trips for big income earners. You know, there might be 30, 40 people on a trip. You know, Jeunesse is doing trips with 3,000 people making that type of money. And they're only 6 years old. So again, a lot more diverse. So it's not just a couple of people being really successful. It truly helps spread it out, helps people grow, and you're incentivized to help your team succeed. The biggest comp of this whole bonus, the biggest pay is matching. So as before, it's just volume. Well, in this, you're truly incentivized to help the people you get involved succeed, because you can make up to 30% 7 tiers down on their business, which is wild. I mean, that can be a lot of money. I mean, you could potentially be
30% on 7 tiers down.
Yeah. So whoever you get involved, and they get involved, and they get involved, they get involved, all the way down to 7 levels, you're making percentages off of that, which is nuts. I mean, that is huge. But that's because they realize that a lot of these other bonuses that people weren't hitting except for the higher ranks, they got rid of those and focused more of the money on helping the newest person succeed. And so all of those things get me very excited, man. Another big thing is the average person has a much higher chance of succeeding and doing well in this, in my opinion, because it's not so much story-based. Right? You don't have to be this perfect speaker, networker, get in front of 10, 20 people and throw down the story. You just simply lead with the product. You know, it's a true transfer of dollars for women. They're already spending $50, $100 a month on skincare, makeups, lotions already. That's a huge market there. And then the same thing with our health line, you know, transfer of dollars as well with those products. So it's much more product based, much less of the hype and the cars and the money and this elaborate story, which is incredible, because that's where it needed to be. You know, we built a big foundation off of something that wasn't so strong. And I truly feel this time around we're setting ourselves up to do 10 times what we did with Vimo. And me and my brother actually decided to partner up. We've created one account, and we are literally putting all of our focus on, we're merging all of the leaders we've ever had in both of our businesses together. So in one line, essentially, our goal is to help you build a business so big that you don't have to rely on just yourself, right? We want to help you get people enrolled. We want to help put people in your business. We want to help you grow, not to mention all of the leadership is now on one team. So you'll never not have somebody to help you out. So that's the story. Yeah, I know it's kind of a lot coming at first, but, you know, we're excited, man. So hearing all that, I mean, what are some of your thoughts and questions?
Well, you know, kind of while you were talking, I was also doing my research right now. So I'm actually on the website. I'm looking at the Affinity.
Yeah.
One of their products, their capsule products. It looks pretty cool. I mean, obviously, I've been paying attention to you, so I haven't gotten full in depth in that. But sounds pretty cool. I want to do a little bit of research on the products, see exactly everything that they can kind of offer.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never heard about this, and I don't think a lot of people up here have. And so that could be a huge opportunity for both of us, truthfully.
Absolutely, man. And that, again, is one of the big things, is that the U.S. market is very fresh. I mean, the fact, man, I've been heavily involved in network marketing for almost 4 or 5 years, and I never heard of this, shows you how good of a job they do of keeping it off the social media radar, which is very important. But then number 2, shows you how big of an opportunity we have. So what I did, I just sent you 3 links. One is a video of a mentor and a guy that will be in your business helping you. His name's Derek Alexander. He helps break down the business about 12, maybe 12 to 20 minutes, something like that. But it's PowerPoint slides so you can visually see. So watch that. I sent you another link called jenyoungtools.com. It's an incredible link. Videos, information, products, all that. Then I sent you the website, which you obviously already have. So my recommendation to you, and here's the action step going forward, look at all this stuff, get your questions down, check out the products, see what line would make sense for you, and let's get in touch soon, man, because this is also a very special time. We're in a transition phase where there is urgency. The sooner you can get involved, the better, as far as from a positioning standpoint. But more importantly, I mean, we're going to grow this thing huge. But we're launching officially on the 17th, 18th, and 19th of this month. So check all this stuff out. Write your questions down. Let me know your thoughts and everything. And as soon as you have all that stuff, man, give me a call back. I'll get your questions answered. And if you're ready to go, I'm excited, man. I know that you can make this work. I'm excited for what's to come. And like you said, the market's very fresh. So we could crush this together, and you'd have our support 110%. Man, you get a team going up there, we'll fly up, and we'll help you build this thing.
Immediately, my best friend, and actually, I've known the whole family for about 10 years. One of the first people I saw was